Hey everyone, this is a BRS TV episode 8 review / series review because I finished the series this morning, or rather 11 PM at night because of my time. But I finished it, so I'm happy. And I'm happy with the way this series ended. It was pretty spectacular, in my opinion. And the episode name was Overcome the World. And yesterday for me, but today for people in Japan. And I'm pretty sad that it's over because I really liked it. So let's start with what happened in this episode. Basically the same fight with Insane Black Rock Shooter, and Yu continues. Then Strength gets in the way, takes Yu out the battle, and now Mato in the body of Black Rock Shooter has to fight Insane Black Rock Shooter. And basically this whole fight goes on, and get some actual blood in the show, which is good because I like some blood. And we get it's just the basic what you'd expect for Black Rock Shooter for the last 7 episodes in this fight, but with blood instead, and Insane Black Rock Shooter versus Mato, but Mato doesn't want to fight. So if I sound a bit tired, I've been awake most of the night, just trying to find some feasible way to review this series. And yeah, basically, Mato is about to lose, then Chariot and Dead Master and Black Gold Sword come and I guess lend their power to him. I can't really explain it. Black Gold Shooter is one of those shows which you can explain easily through talking, because there's not much talking in the first half of this episode, and the second half is like talk. So they basically come, and Black Rock Shooter gets his ginormous cannon, the rainbow cannon as I call it, and it fires its ginormous rainbow cannon laser and kills Insane Black Rock Shooter, which was funny to watch. I was like, oh, no. And then Strength dies, which is kind of sad, but kind of not sad because of what happens at the end, which I was kind of pissed about, because I really wanted this show to end with 8 episodes, but it kind of looks like it could go back. Yeah. Then all the worlds in Black Rock Shooter world basically fuse together, like Kaguri's world, Yomi's world. They all go together, so they're all like this one big plane now, which I don't know what the point is of that all melding together. It's just maybe symbolic of all of them coming together. Yeah, maybe. Then everyone remembers who they are. Everyone remembers all the hardships they went through for the last 7 episodes, and they're all happy together. But it's not Strength in Yu's body anymore. It's actually Yu, so they have to rebuild their entire friendship, which is kind of sad. But yeah, don't really mind. We got some awesome Strength lines and awesome Strength animation in this episode because I'm a Strength fan. I love Strength as a character. And finally, for Figma of Strength, we actually have a reason to take off the hood and take off the big arms, because in this episode we get to see her without all that, which is kind of cool as well. Adds more value to Figma, which I can't get right now. There is one big flaw of the series that I can see. I'm moving on to my whole series breakdown, basically. There's a lot of flaws with the series, especially with Yu. Yu is the main thing, because what happened with Seiya and what happened with Yu contradicts what happens with Mato and what happens with Yu at the same time. Because, with Mato and Yu being friends through childhood, then suddenly Mato's not there when they're in high school. Maybe it was a grade. I really don't understand, because then Seiya gets into Yu's life when she's at, beginning a school, I guess. And there's no Mato there, which makes no sense. And the aging with Yu doesn't make any sense either. It's just, basically, my only real complaint is with Yu. My only other nitpick, which some people might actually like, is I think there's a tad too much kid nudity slightly, but that's just pure nitpick with me. I really find it uncomfortable with that, but that's the thing that I haven't brought up much, but through the last like several episodes got increasingly more and more of this episode as well, but that's the only nitpick I have with it, and the only flaw I can find which is really severe is that flaw, but there has to be plot holes somewhere, and for that some people might not even notice that, but I'm looking too far into it. I like the girls' counterparts. I like that the girls' counterparts loved them and wanted them to be happy. I think that was rather nice, but very motherly of them. I like that you found happiness at the end, because they're all friends and we'll get their armband. Sorry if this reviews all over the place, I just like to gush all over the series. And the ending, after the whole credit roll, I didn't quite think that had to be put there, but it had to be put there just in case they want to put the series even more, which I don't want. I don't want any more of a series unless it's only one exception, which I want the series to progress even more. One exception is that it takes place like 20 years later. The girls are all growing up, all got families, and their emotional stress gets even worse. Like, they're even more powerful, like the stress of a family and everything. I think that'll be good. I don't know. I don't know if other people think that, but I think that'll be pretty cool. And yeah. But if they wanted the second season or another OVA would be perfect. I also like the little mirror stuff with the ending shot of the series and the beginning first shot of the season, of the series, whatever, when it's going into Black Rock Shooter's Eye at the beginning, coming out of Black Rock Shooter's Eye in the beginning, then going back into Black Rock Shooter's Eye at the end. I like that as well. But yeah, one more tiny little nitpick which I had only with this episode is they used that stock footage. Not real footage, but the stock imagery. I don't know if I have it on my phone or anything, but when we look at the other girls, like a Chariot, Deadmaster, Black Gold Saw, we see that they're just standing still, just like the stock imagery, like the promo shots that we got for them. They're just like standing still. Maybe because I've been looking too much at the images, because they did not move at all. They were just standing there, and they had a white background, just like the promo images and profile pictures we got. But minor nitpick. That's minor. It was only shown for like 3 seconds. And we also got closure on the Kota character, which was pretty cool. We got to see her actually go out with that guy, Taku, I believe his name was. So we got to see those two go out, kind of. That was kind of cool. We got closure on nearly every character. Saya didn't say a single word in this episode, and I was pretty bummed about that. I just realised she didn't talk at all. She just cried a bit and said hi. Well, she didn't really say it. She just lifted the team up and said, hey. It's good that every character's back to normal. I'm sorry, I'm gushing again, and yeah. And for those who haven't checked out my Twitter, @Venom28, I've actually tweeted saying that Black Rock Shooter is my favourite anime to date, because I really like it. Maybe it's just the fanboy inside me, because I've been following the series since 2010. And hang on a minute, I'm just gonna get something. I'll put like my iPod here. Wait a minute. Yeah, I've been a fan of this series since 2010, and I've been following it all the way through 2011 for its development and everything, and every product that came out I tried to get, but I failed miserably at all of them, and I got the OVA DVD that came with it. Came with the Figma. So, it's kind of sad that it ended. I did cry. So what? I cry in every anime because I'm really soft. Really, I cried in Clannad, I cried in Dragon Ball Z, I cried in everything, but I didn't cry in this because it was a happy ending. I was expecting a sad ending, somehow, like Mato dying or something, but it didn't happen. And I was happy he didn't die. But yeah, basically none of the characters died. That's why I hated about the ending as well, because you basically seen all of them come back, and you seen Strength come back with her big arms and everything. I was like, no, that basically means that nothing was basically achieved with the other world. And yeah. Sorry if I didn't actually explain this, but the last words Black Rock Shooter says in the show is basically, I will never stop fighting. I will never stop defending her. That's... Black Rock Shooter didn't learn a damn thing in this entire show. I think she would have learned something, but she has no emotion. So that's the thing that really got me. I was pretty pissed at the ending. I was like, at last it's the end credit roll, and I don't want another series. I'll be fine with an OVA and a manga, but no another season, no another series. Maybe a movie. If someone was to splice this all together into a movie, it would work. I actually think this was designed, the entire series, as like a 100-something minute, 180-minute movie, and basically cut down, because you got that ending credit roll, and basically everything fits together perfectly in the show, except for the flashback with you. That really took me out of it. Let's take my iPod away. I'm happy with it. I was kind of thinking at the beginning of this series that it was gonna turn out pretty bad, but it's better than the OVA, and it's my favorite show. And too bad it's over. And I don't want any more, really. I don't want any more Black Rock Shooter stuff. I wouldn't mind. I've saved up literally about £3,000, so I could spend it on whatever I want. I've saved up for the last like 3 years, and I'm gonna try and find every Black Rock Shooter Figma. I'm gonna get Insane Black Rock Shooter, because that was awesome. Here's a tweet. Done. See if that focuses. There we go. That's basically my that's basically what I think of it. I think it's brilliant. People are complaining it's like, oh, only 8 episodes. Ooh. But I think it's okay, because think way back to my first ever anime that I actually watched was Blue Submarine number 6. How long was that show? Only 4 episodes. And that, in my opinion, was a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece. So yeah. Go watch. It's only basically 4 hours. 4 hours of your time to watch this entire series, and I highly recommend anyone to watch this series. I'm gushing again. I shouldn't gush. And this video is going on way too long, isn't it? Holy shit. This is just a video to gush. Gush, 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 gush. And I probably will do more Black Rock Shooter themed videos for the foreseeable future. I really don't know why. Again, you might hate the series for being too confusing. And if you are going into the series new, I highly recommend watching the OVA. It's only an hour long, and you can watch that. That'll just free up some thoughts on it. Yeah, every character got their development, every character got their wrap up. It's all good. So the basic story was basically, the first 2 episodes was Kaguri with Chariot. The 3rd episode was with Kota. The 4th episode was, what was that? The 4th episode was with Yomi going mad. The 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th episode was no, actually, the 5th episode was to do with Yomi still with her mood changing. The 6th, 7th, and 8th was all to do with Insane Black Rock Shooter. I kind of felt bummed out by that, because as a character, I didn't really like Insane Black Rock Shooter. She scares me. And Black Rock Shooter got quite insane in that fight herself, as Mato. So she got pretty insane when she was fighting back at Insane Black Rock Shooter. I'm going to let this video actually go to 15 minutes, because I think the series warrants 15 minutes of me just blabbing on about stuff. Overall, brilliant. Watch it. Go. Why are you still watching this video? It should have ended 10 minutes ago, to be honest. It's fun. Sometimes it's funny. Well, the last episode was action-packed. The second to last episode was action-packed. So you're getting your action. Really good. The only minor nitpick is a bit of a nudity and, yeah, the U plot hole. See you guys later. Love Black Rock Shooter. Peace out.